Still on page 19, but I wanted to give a little extra time for this problem. What is the approximate surface area of a right hexagonal prism with a base perimeter of 96 meters and a height of 10 meters? Always write down what you know. Height is 10 meters. P for perimeter. I don't know why they have little p. It should be the large capital P. Is 96 meters. It's a hexagonal prism, which means the base is a hexagon. Right? Prism means the sides are rectangles. Probably not the best rectangles in the world. There we go. All right. So the question is, what is the approximate surface area? And they're nice here. They say, oh, here's the formula. And it is also on your math chart. Although your math chart will say, remember this is North Carolina, your math chart will say perimeter times height plus, that's interesting, surface area. This is what we would do. We would include the bottom and the top. And I don't know why they only have one base. So let's use the actual formula from your math chart. So, but I might check it because we'll just find what the actual answer is. All right, so the perimeter's good, the height's good. We could figure that. This is a lateral surface area. The tricky part is the base. Base is, they are using it. 1/2 apothem times perimeter. Silly me, I didn't notice the 1/2 was missing. So that is two bases. 1/2. Now the apothem is question mark. I don't know what that is, and the perimeter is 96. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the steps to find the apothem. So I'm going to kind of try to fit it in this space up here. The apothem, the first step is to find the central angle. If you watch my video, how to find an apothem, that is the first step. You take 360 divided by the number of sides, and that's 60 degrees. And that will always be true for a hexagon. Hexagons make wonderful apothems. Then you take that triangle and you say, I'm going to split it in two. The apothem is the altitude of that triangle. So I know then that this angle will be 30 degrees. 30. And here's my apothem. And then, I need some more information. Well, I know my perimeter is 96. So each side will be 96 divided by, we'll have 96 divided by 6 sides, so that should be 16. 16 there, 16. 16 all the way around. This whole bottom here is 16, which means this side is 8. Now this time, normally before I did trig functions, since this is a hexagon, it's really much easier to know the special right triangle. 30, 60 is here, there's your right angle, there's your right angle. It has a 2 hypotenuse, the short side's 1, and square root of 3. All right? So I can see to get from here to here, I multiply by 8. Well, I can also do the same thing to multiply by 8 there. The apothem is 8 times the square root of 3. So I'm going to come back down here and say b equals 1/2 8 square root of 3 times 96. Now, if that was a little fast for you, please try checking my video again on doing the apothems. I did use a special right, which really sped things up. And but if you want to, you could use trig, and you'll get exactly the same answer, especially since we're going to decimals and there's no pi's or anything like that in here. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify this too, make that a 4. 4 times 96, and I'll wimp out and use my calculator. 384 times square root of 3. So, coming down, surface area is perimeter is 96, height's 10, plus 2 of these 384 square roots of 3. All right? 996 times 10 is 960. 384 times 2 is 768. Square root of 3. Now, the mistake I've seen some kids make is I'll go, oh, well, let me add the 960 plus the 78, and then, 768. And then say my answer is 1728 square root of 3. No, you cannot do that. I have 768 square roots of 3 here. I don't have any square roots of 3. I have 1s, 961s. So I'm going to use the calculator and enter it like so. 960 plus 768, square root of 3, enter, 2290.215. And you can keep going out and out. You can see that they only did it to the nearest square meter. So my answer is 2290. Answer is B. So to review what we did, we went ahead and used the formula from our math chart since you won't have this on your star. Then I said, wait a second, I don't have this apothem. I need that. I wrote down the information I knew to start. And so to find the apothem, I drew the base, found the central angle. Then I split that triangle that's made from that central angle in two. So my angle that was 60 degrees here becomes 30 degrees here. And the 16 side becomes 8. And then I can find my apothem using either the special right triangle, like the 1, 2, square root of 3. This triangle is on your math chart, so you could draw it during the star test. Or if you really prefer and you're very comfortable with trigonometry, you could have used it and gotten a decimal answer for the apothem. And then substituted it all back in here, where the base is 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. And that's it. So I found the base, and then I have 2 times the base.